Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on to our third match of, I guess our third streamed match. Because of technical difficulties or people just not playing the games yet. But we are looking at Gray versus Black Tiger 3. We are starting off with our first match here in Fervor. Let's see how this goes. Gray has been well known as one of the better players within the community, so it'll be interesting to see how he takes on the Black Tigers. Starting off with Black Tiger 3 here. We got Gray up on the top side, going with that standard 3 hench, 1 electricity, or 1 lightning rod. Very standard stuff, pretty much. So far, I think that's all we've seen from everyone, except for the one guy. But should be a fun match to see how it plays out, given these players are both significantly better than me. So I might not even be able to pick up on everything that they're doing, but it's a learning process. Just spamming a bit more henchman here, getting everything he can here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right now. Just going for probably the standard 2 hench per whole pile. Black Tiger 3. I believe Black Tiger 3 is well known for earlier rushes. But seems to be maxing out his henchmen there as well. Same with Gray, to be fair. Both kind of doing standard stuff. Gray's actually sending 1 henchman to the side. Interesting that he got him to spawn on the side from the waypoint specifically to build this right away. Probably see a similar thing from our boy Black Tiger 3 here. Yeah, that is not something I've seen someone do, at least that I've taken notice of. Maxing out the henchmen and then sending henchmen to build the rest of the electricity towers. Only building 2 each at their base. Having 3 total each at this point before moving on. Black Tiger 3 building his 4th with some henchmen over at the lab. But Gray actually moving up onto the right here, building a creature chamber first, moving into a sound beam, the last lightning rod, into his workshop. And we have a creature chamber and a workshop being built up by Black Tiger 3. Neither one of them have taken any geysers just yet. Gray sending the henchman to the center there to see what's going on, getting picked off by the loner, sending the boys in there, but he's managing to do a decent amount of damage here. But Gray's able to respond with his frenzy wolves there. What's it called? What does he have it called? Velocawolf, I believe, versus the Electric Gazelle at this point. Black Tiger 3 quickly rushing to build a sound beam tower here to try and fend off of Gray's creatures, but they're just kind of getting wiped out by these creatures. Like all of his henchmen are dying, but they're able to get the sound beam tower up, but it's not long for this world if Gray manages to get his creatures in and is smacking it, but easily defended by Black Tiger's loner here. Just so much damage on this level 2 here. Still, neither one of them have gone for their labs geyser, but lots of fighting going on in the middle here. You got the Cuddly Yoked pulling up there, and the Lemon Manther here, overpopulation and loner, seems like a good combo. Pushing up into this top left, preventing the expansion from Gray, while Gray fortifies his defensive down here at his middle expansion. Gray's creatures and henchmen have moved into the bottom right as well, splitting the map down the middle yet again, vertically. I'm not sure if maybe that's just how people play it, or if that's some new stuff here. I guess it would make sense that people do it that way. Moving the Gazelles in here to try and attack this Expo, attacking his range, getting them out there, seeing what he's got going on, regrouping them a bit more here, building up a bit more of a defense, getting a sound beam tower down there. Black Tiger's going a little crazy, but Gray's holding that bot portion quite decently. He's getting a decent amount of hench going. Finally moving to a first geyser here. Do we got a geyser from Black Tiger 3 yet? Not just quite. Ironically, the thing he needs to build electricity for his electric eels, who cost very little electricity. Very interesting. Matching it with some Gazelle Archerfish, an interesting strategy here. Multiple level 2 range creatures. Trying to kind of overload Gray here. The henchmen just keep moving in closer with these sound beam towers, trying to prevent any form of backlash from Gray's creatures. But Gray managing to hold a decent amount here. Didn't actually grab that top geyser. And actually pivoted towards something else. Nothing quite going on the top side. Just kind of fighting off at this middle expos. Black Tiger manages to take the mid geyser quite a bit earlier when he first made this initial push. Pushing in with the Mountain Lula. I believe this is... the Tarantula with the Mountain Lion. What a... Too far from sound beams and losing them all for free. He is moving them further than he needs to. I can agree on that. But he's managing to kind of definitely deal a decent amount of damage to Gray's structures. Gray's not quite able to defend this just with the pure numbers that Black Tiger 3 manages to overwhelm. But you got Gray making a bit of an aggressive move on this back end with his Velociraptors as well as Cuddly Yote. Trying to take out these sound beams, but excellent placement here with the lightning rods in front of the sound beams, preventing the melees from being able to hit it. Is able to wipe out that assault quite easily. Meanwhile, you have his Mountain Lula moving in. Lots of level 2s here from Black Tiger. Able to take that out. Not sure if he's recognized this expo just yet, or if he is not aware of it at this time, but easily defended his lab. Gray's getting rushed here by another level 2 loner. So far, we've seen 4 level 2s, actually, from Black Tiger 3 here. Black Tiger 3 moving back down to his bottom right expo. Gonna spot out Gray's forces and potentially take him down. But actually, he's just stalling right there before moving in with the group. The loner is doing a decent amount of work taking out these lightning rods while kind of... Gray's henchmen are trying to deal with them. They're dealing with them fairly well, at least. The henchman damage as well as the Velociraptor doing a decent amount of damage, taking out those creatures. Not a problem. But Black Tiger 3 is pushing on to level 3 research as he's got sound beam towers everywhere. Gray's finally moving up to this top left expo that he has been kind of holding off on for a little bit here while focusing on the middle and bot side. More sound beam towers going up from Black Tiger here. Seems like he is, as much as he is assaulting with his creatures, he is building up defensively with his structures. Quite interesting to see. He knows about Gray's bottom right expo here, but has yet to do anything about it besides that initial assault. Pulling up with the Calaraf and the Gorodon. It's a gorilla something. I can't remember the name of that dinosaur. This thing is looking goofier, as well as this thing. These guys kind of just chilling back here, but really solid creatures. Herding, horns, regen, and charge attack goes pretty crazy. Level 2's getting out here from Gray, the Cuddly Yoke. Gray moving into this geyser here, trying to get a bit of a resource generation. Probably hoping to get some conversion. Unfortunately, he's going to get instantly spotted by the Cataraf. And it takes out that geyser, so it's a little rough. Yeah. Gray with a bit of an assault on this bot side, missed it earlier there, but he's managing to kind of at least put a bit of pressure on Black Tiger 3. Backs off here to get some of that regen, as that's one of the best portions of these geckos, but it looks like Black Tiger 3 has decided to make his move and is now pushing into the lab of Gray, managing to take out most... Oh, Gray has blown his lab and is now moving on to Game 2 at a deficit. Gray, if you're watching, is Depario Game 2 or is Walheim? I'm going to guess it's Depario. We're going on to Depario. Oh, it says time? I didn't notice that. I saw it earlier and I thought it was like the length of the game. Standard starts both sides. Gray going with his signature gray color. Depario on Depario, 1v1 on the left side here. And then you got Black Tiger 3 on the right side, rocking that campaign green. Overall, more standard stuff coming out this way. Nothing too surprising as of yet. Just gonna take a sip of water here. Stay hydrated, folk. It's a very standard kind of gameplay. See how they mix it up with their armies this time. A lot of level 2s on that last army from Black Tiger, and I'm not entirely certain if he's running the same or if he switched it up for game 2. Dropping more henchmen down, moving them out. Got the 2 lightning rods, building one on the way over to the expo. We saw Sproob do this in one of his matches on this map. But let's see if he grabs this expo or if he does what Sproob did and move over to this one. He's moving his henchmen down, might be moving to this geyser or these expos here, but we'll see how that plays out. Guys are getting built up by our boy Black Tiger. Lots of henchmen and stuff. Already got level 2 research going. They're about even on level 2. Looks like Gray is actually doing the same strategy and build order as Sproob from the Rex Chance bracket there. Gets his thing down, gets it, sending more henchmen over. Looks like Gray is actually looking for a bit of a strangle tactic by taking some of the expos. Oh, actually, he might just be using a henchman to scout here. Oh no, he is attacking the buildings. And we already got some creatures coming out from Gray. We got the Velosa Wolf coming at it again with a early rush with Frenzy, able to take out these creature chambers, doing a decent amount of damage here, but the poor course is popping out very soon here. Going to be able to do a amount on it. Got Quill Burst, going to pop off these back guys. Henchmen managed to build up the Soundbeam Tower. The Warwolf are almost done taking out this creature chamber, but the henchmen seem to be repairing it at the same rate that they're able to damage it. But they might be able to make it go with this last bit of extra work coming in with the Frenzy. But it manages to stay alive just for 1 second longer. It's another creature up, but they manage to take it out. The henchmen are doing work. The Soundbeam is doing work. Manages to fend them off. Takes out the creature chamber. And just gets it built up again. Sending it into 4 guys. They're not going to be able to handle these Quill Bursts. And they are going to just get blown to smithereens there. Sending the henchmen back to the coal pile to kind of start gathering there. As they've now fended off the full attack of Gray. Gray's starting to pivot into building his Cuddly Oats. Gray sending 3 henchmen up to grab this top right geyser, prevent Black Tiger 3 from taking it, while kind of attempting to build up a bit of a defensive line with his Cuddly Oats. Taking out that geyser, not much going on in his lab right now, just kind of, well, literally nothing going on. And then more henchmen getting built up by our boy Black Tiger. Black Tiger setting himself up for success here with a lot of just kind of expansions. You got the henchmen getting built up by Gray now, managing to set himself up, getting a genetic amplifier down to boost some of his creatures, and grabbing that second geyser. We might be looking for a bit of a turtle here as our boy Black Tiger 3 continues to push in, taking out this upper geyser potentially. Sending creatures in. It'll be interesting to see if Gray's going to try and respond. He's sending his Cuddly Oats in there. Meanwhile, we got Black Tiger with the Pork Horse. And what is this guy here? We got the Blue Tongue Gazelle. Pulling a decent amount of these guys over by his initial expo there. But they are moving in. They are flanking our boy Gray's Cuddly Oats. And just taking him out very quick. Not much. They kind of full pincer maneuver almost. Got the interesting henchman line here, Gray. And then these guys are getting taken out there. Oh, moving down to there, building that workshop. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. We got more Cuddly Oats coming in. Are we going any defensive here? Nope. We're still sticking here. Kind of trying to prevent Black Tiger from expanding. Probably going to start to look to expand in this once he manages to hold this line fairly well. Building a bit more creature chambers to kind of try and match the production from Black Tiger 3. Black Tiger 3 does have quite a bit more resources going for him right now. But we still have both electricity generators. Oh, no. Gray has lost one of them. Doesn't have that one yet. So Black Tiger 3 is just kind of... Oh, we got this one here. No, that's also Black Tiger 3. Yeah, so Gray is just kind of falling behind here in terms of general resource gathering. But in order to expand any further, Black Tiger 3 is going to need to push through him. And we got enough of these cuddly yotes taking these guys out where he's able to move back into this electric generator. But we've already got level 3 from Black Tiger 3, who's pushing in with his Cataraphs, who are... We were just doing lots of damage last match. And we got the Pork Horse walking in, potentially looking to switch back here. We're not sure if he was trying to focus these guys first. But we got Cuddly Yo's microing into the Cataraphs, stopping them from trying to prevent them from getting their artillery damage off on more than just themselves as well. But Black Tiger 3 is doing a pretty strong push and able to kind of hold him down. Meanwhile, a lot of microing coming in for the Cuddly Oats from Gray, kind of trying to prevent his guys from dying while also letting them build up HP using their regen. And is actively upgrading. We got some level 2 variations here from Gray, building some early art. Trying to take out some of these Soundbeam towers, but they're just not quite doing enough damage here without getting shredded. They're just getting blown up by these Soundbeams as well as the creatures. They managed to take out one, and here comes the Porky Bear from Black Tiger to kind of fend off the fight here. Still looking for Gray to expand a bit more in his own kind of area, but he's holding them off quite well, so it's hard to complain on that end. Building a Genetic Amplifier and a Creature Chamber here to try and kind of fortify this guy here. This is still fortified. He's still holding his own pretty much perfectly. And Black Tiger 3 just can't manage to push past this line right now without suffering the consequences. Still has that top generator, but I think they managed to take it out, and then he had to rebuild a new one. What do we got here? We got the Ramala. The muskox lion is named after the ram gorilla. Interesting. Yeah, so massive fortification on this bottom expo. Middle expo is fully taken. This middle of the map is completely unpassable by Black Tiger right now without being able to take these fights. I'm not entirely certain how he does against these guys because his creatures all fairly low in terms of melee. He's got a lot of ranged creatures. He's got these guys here. The Pork-Giraffe. We got the Porcupine Giraffe chasing off the Ramala. But they're both so slow that they're both just kind of running away from each other. Meanwhile, we got the bottom side here. We got Black Tiger 3 moving his forces on this bottom expo, but the Gianta Z is just there and ready to attack them, taking them out pretty quick. Absolutely negative affected Quill Burst there, not hitting anything. And it looks like they're actually holding off quite well against their creatures here. Black Tiger 3 is getting pushed in. Gray is moving in on the aggressive for the first time this match. Or at least for the first time in a while. He moved in aggressive at the beginning. Nice Quill Burst here. Getting a decent amount of damage onto their front line. Able to take out one of their creatures. But these giant Z's just seem to have way more HP than like they would lead on to. But managing to fight them off with more Quill Bursts, sending more guys over and over and over. The Pork-Giraffes are just doing their job and managing to take out the artillery line. Gray is actually retreating his creatures all the way to his lab. Oh, because something that I've completely missed this whole time, the Pork-Giraffes are moving in on Gray's base, absolutely tearing him to shreds here on the backside, but he's unable to get the Soundbeam Tower as it's protected by his 2 Lightning Rods. Henchmen rebuilding the base, rebuilding everything, fortifying the defenses. I was caught off guard more than Gray was by the looks of it. Sending the mountain line sending the Ramillas to finish defending off these guys. The Quill Burst able to do a decent amount of damage to the henchmen, but not able to actually make anything serious happen. Decent amount of push from Black Tiger 3, which is what you expect to see from players at this level. But hard number advantage coming in after that failed assault from Black Tiger 3. Now we got Gray with a lead in terms of creatures on the map, but he's just playing he's playing a lot of macro here, trying to not get taken down by these Soundbeam Towers. Oh wait, that's his Soundbeam Tower, but he's not trying to fight this Soundbeam Tower. And he's also waiting for the rest of his army to regroup. But you got to be worrying about the artillery kind of self-damage onto his front line here. Potentially not the best, but maybe he's just hoping these guys die and then having these guys buy them enough time to kill their backline. We're sending more in here. Looks like that is going to be the main creature he's building right now to cover up his front line to prevent them from hitting his backline. And doing a decent amount of damage overall. The Quill Burst able to do a decent amount, fending him off a little bit. But still just not quite enough. These giant Aziz are just doing their job and easily taking them down. Backing off really good macro there from Gray to prevent the Quill Burst from getting a decent amount of damage onto his backline. Gray's now finally taken full advantage over his earlier push and has expanded his resource gathering all over his side of the map. Put a bramble fence up there to prevent any backdoor entrances, and is now on the aggressive as he feels fully confident in his fortified defense. The sword-eating barbs from those giraffes are definitely doing a number and doing some self-medicated damage onto his backline as well as the front line, but Gray's just got all the resources he needs where he can just keep pumping out these creatures. It doesn't matter if he can pump out more than Black Tiger can if Black Tiger's creatures are beating them. The sheer numbers advantage on the side of Gray here is going to just basically convince him of the lead. Unless Black Tiger manages to find a way to turtle in this back half, setting up some defensive creature chambers or something. He's building more Porker Rafts to try and defend it, to kind of expand his defense. He's got the Cataraph from the backside creature chamber taking out that middle Expo to try and kind of slow down the assault of Gray here. But Gray is moving on to his level 4s. We got the Aspinall, let's just call it Aspirin, Rhinoff Giant Ring. I think it's the Rhino and the Ringed Octopus going crazy. Ramillas moving into the lab. A few Soundbeam Towers up, leading to a kind of measly defense by Black Tiger here. Kind of looks like he's almost giving. Yeah, he has given the match. He has forfeited and moved on to game 3. We are looking at a 3-game series. We are 1-1 right now. Could be anyone's match. Let us see how this third one goes. We are loading in onto Walheim 1v1 for the final match. This is a nice big map, nice long, potentially a nice long game. Lots of back and forth here. We got Gray at the top left, and then we got Black Tiger 3 in the bottom left here. So they're most likely just okay. I've never played on this map, so I didn't know that this whole side of the map was empty. But we are looking at this left side of the map here. This might. What do you guys think? Should I look at it from this side, or just look at it from the standard view? Is this going to throw people off too much? What do you think, guys? Should I watch it like this, or should I have it the other way? We just got the basic start from both sides. Building a lightning rod. Another lightning rod early from Black Tiger. Another one from Gray. Both doing their slightly more advanced version of the standard start, I believe, is what I would call it. Building up a decent kind of, got the 4 going. 4 going on this end. Let's see how this one plays out. Level 2 research started from both sides. Nope. Level 2 research started first from Black Tiger 3. Gray has yet to start his level 2 research. But he is moving to that top middle geyser. As well as Black Tiger 3. So a bit earlier on the geyser movement, potentially. Yeah, just slightly earlier, but behind on the research. It'll be interesting to see how that affects his game. We got Black Tiger 3 already taking this middle left expo. Should be pretty advantageous. Gray playing quite a bit more defensive than he did in this last game, but setting up all of his geysers as he can build. It seems to be probably going for a high conversion build, where he gets a lot of electricity going. I could be talking on my ass, but that's more likely the case. Come to think of it. Building a sound beam tower just to defend his 2 creature chambers here. He doesn't want to get early overwhelmed. We got the Mountain Larp, the Mountain Lorpian, pulling in. It's actually a Velociraptor Beetle. And the Termite Rat is already in his area. We got a decent kind of push strategy coming here from Black Tiger 3, getting a lot of early aggression straight into the lab. Going for early infest. Interesting decision here as they're pushing hard, and then now we got all the henchmen from Gray's side doing what he can to smack people if he can. It'll be interesting to see how he manages to defend this. The infestation is just going to get healed up by the henchmen healing it. The Velociraptors aren't living that long. Black Tiger 3 still got a few more rats just chilling there, but they are already fairly low. And it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to actually get enough damage off onto the tower, or onto the lab. And Gray's going to manage to prevent himself. But this does set him behind a fair bit, because now he has to rebuild his entire kind of base area, including all but one of his lightning rods. A true unfortunate early start, but he already had a decent amount of stuff going for him on this portion of the map. Meanwhile, Black Tiger hasn't pushed into this side of the map for himself yet, just maintaining his lead in this kind of side push coming in from the side of Gray's lab. Some of Gray's henchmen seem a little bit confused, but that's kind of how she goes sometimes. He'll notice soon enough. We got a few creatures coming in. We got the Poison Frazel. Oh, it's a Poison Frog Gazelle, but it's actually a Spitting Cobra Anteater. Okay. The Turmoil Rat is moving in. Oh, what are these? Oh, we got the Archer Gazelles moving in. The something Velociraptor moving into the lab, trying to take out some of the henchmen. The Archerfish moving up. Level 2 Archerfish. They are getting taken down pretty quick by Gray's forces. Yeah, they did not stand a chance. They got wiped. And Gray's got his melees here. The Rat Horse, doing a decent amount of plague damage, decent amount of just damage in general from these guys, pushing off Black Tiger's assault. Black Tiger coming in with the Blue Tangraptor. Man, that thing looks goofy. Bro, it's thick. As well as the Velociraptor. Narwhal? No, Beetle. I already pointed it out. Gray pushing in on the side expo, managing to catch Black Tiger 3 off guard a little bit, taking out some of his expo. While, is this a assault from Black Tiger 3? Nope, this is Gray moving in a little bit, just kind of seeing what he's got going on in his lab, see how vulnerable he is. Gray is actually taking them all out with his Spitting Cobra Anteaters. The Poison Frazel. Oh, we got the Gorgopus. The Goropus. The Gorgopus. Interesting looking creature. High damage, medium HP, and decent amount of armor, especially when you match it up with the Herding. We got a Digging level 3 Web Thrower Loner. This thing is going to be putting in work at this base here, man. No defensive setup just yet. All of Gray's creatures are too high up to answer this Loner damage. But are we going to be seeing his henchmen take out the Loner, or is the Loner going to take it out? He uses Web Throw, stuns 4 of the henchmen and manages to do a decent amount of work here. Is now trying to take out the Soundbeam Tower, doing so much there, and taking out pretty much the entirety of his hench line at his lab yet again. Gray manages to respond, and he backs off using the Baboon Bull, a classic creature. But we moved the loner a bit down, moved him down to this other expo, see if he's going to use it to take out those hench lines as well. Managing to have a decent little fight here in the kind of middle expo on the left. The blue-ringed octopuses aren't quite getting their hurting bonus just yet, but they do got that regen, so they will be getting it shortly after a few more spawn in, and they'll heal up to fend off against Gray's next assault. We got the Baboon Bulls going to answer that loner that Black Tiger 3 has snuck into that middle expo, managing to take it out pretty quick using the horns as well as the Soundbeam Tower to give them the keen sense. Yeah, overall, really solid defensive play by Gray. Gray's moving in. He's got the Pack Hunter on the Bulls now. And they are moving in to take out this middle expo. Or to defend this middle expo, I should say, because he's already claimed it for himself. Already pushing kind of Black Tiger into a corner here while he continues to expand. Will be interesting to see if he's going to go for this first or move down and try and take out this expo. I believe the right call would be moving towards this and kind of claiming that as his own as well. Since you know that's kind of where he's got all of his creatures set up. You might go for this one, though, to take it out, since he doesn't have any defenses on it. But it looks like we are sending another loner up to Gray's base yet again. Good gameplay. He is just getting taken out by the Soundbeam Tower because it was in dig, and he did not realize. Quite a lot of damage coming out, though. Taking out both these Soundbeam Towers. Henchmen are building more Soundbeam Towers. Takes out one of them. Complete waste of gold. Starts smacking them. Takes out that other one themselves. Meanwhile, Gray tried to make an assault on this middle expo and got shut down by... we are building many Soundbeams to counteract all these digging loners that he keeps sending. Pretty solid. But it looks like we are pivoting on Black Tiger's sake. Why does this guy feel like he's got like 16 different versions of the level 3s? Does bro have one level 1? One level 5? We got the Electric Eel Camel coming in, and then more Garopus. But Gray's army is moving into this left side expo, deciding to take this out first to expand his resource gatherment. We know that all of the Black Tiger 3 creatures are down in that middle expo. It's not responding yet. He's moving them now that the assault has been gone through. The henchmen are on the run. And what do we got backing him up here? We got the Disquirus McCringleberry. A Velociraptor Giant Anteater combo coming in with a Frenzy, smacking these guys down, taking them out. Lots of range here with the Bull front line, able to easily push him hard down this backside. We got Gray immediately taking that middle expo, sending everyone from the other middle expo over just to build a whole expo over there, while he moves all of his creatures in onto the assault mode of what he knows is Black Tiger's only other expo. Black Tiger's henchmen doing their best to keep their creatures alive, but with this amount of numbers disadvantage, you are just getting cooked, my friend. You are not getting out of this. Why are you rebuilding your repair shop? Bro, what are you doing, man? Oh, we got 2 artillery coming out from Gray. We got the Hench Hater. I wonder if this creature is meant to destroy a hench line. And it looks like they're moving into this lab hench line to prevent any kind of comeback. Oh, but they're facing off of these, absolutely obliterating that Soundbeam Tower, though. Oh, but he manages to get Sonic beamed and takes out most of them. But unfortunately, Gray's just got the rest of his army to come. You may have killed one, but the army's still coming, man. Taking his time, taking out this generator, making sure that if he pops up the lab defense, not much is going to happen in the back end. Yeah, they're kind of just pushing in here. 3 Soundbeam set up, but at this point, it's well over for Black Tiger 3. We see that Gray's just got the numbers advantage, got the resource advantage, and Black Tiger 3 won't be able to do much to recover from this. He's got 3 Sound Beam Towers, fending off against like 18 creatures who all have Frenzy and are taking out those Sound Beam Towers as we speak. Really good target selection from these Anteater Velociraptors, and now they are focusing down the lab, and that is going to be the victory going over to Gray, moving into a 2-1 series for this first matchup of the week there.